Adam here with Brooksaw Antiques. Today we have this 1935 Remington Model 1 vintage portable typewriter. I'm going to show you how to use the functions and make sure they all work. Very nice glossy black finish, also known as the noisy noiseless. It's got the noiseless patent design in the for as far as the functioning, but it's a lot louder than most noiseless models. Up top is the adjustable paper guide. This helps you guide the page in straight. I'm going to line that up with the edge of the platen, which is the main roller that feeds the paper. And these are your paper fingers. You can adjust those too, but we'll look at those once we load the page. Margins are located behind this flip panel, and you just push them and move them like that. You just want to make sure they're in between the two paper fingers, or else you'll get stuck on them. Okay, the paper fingers are good right on the edge for maximum clearance. We're going to test the margins. Looks good. Once you hear the bell, you're at the end of the margin. Hit this line space, get you back to the beginning, and skips 1, 2, or 3. Maybe it's 1 and 2, but anyway, the switch is right in the inside here. You flip it down, so it does have 3. Flip it down 1 notch, it skips 2. 1 more, it skips 3. That works good. We're going to keep that on single for now and finish typing. I was actually able to type all the keys on one line because this has elite typeface. So on this next line, I'm just going to print a sentence. Beautiful typing machine. This is actually a really comfortable typing machine. It's not labeled as a noiseless, but it does have the design, the patent, and it's just a little bit less noisy than a typical typewriter. It's really fancy looking, really popular model. Model 1, not to be confused with the portable Model 1. This is a different era. Those are the 20s, and these are the 30s. To pull the page out easier, there's a switch on above the knob here. You flip it back and it unlocks the rollers underneath the platen, allowing you to pull the page out easier, load thicker paper like carbon copy or cardstock. Make sure you flip that back before you load the next page, or else it won't load correctly. Shift on each side, and a shift lock on the left. To clear that, just hit the shift button again. Backspace on the top left. Very smooth. Margin release on the right. When you get to the end of the margin, let's move that a little bit in. When you get to the end of the margin, there's a mechanism that blocks you from printing. Hit that margin release button on the right side there, and it will allow you to go all the way to the end. That works good. Already did the backspace. Color selector. We have a solid black ribbon right now, but if you had black and red ribbon, the red would be on the bottom. So if you flip that down to the red section, it will print the bottom portion of the ribbon. The vibrator just goes up a little higher. When you have it up top, it prints the top portion of the ribbon. When you have it in the middle, it doesn't print any ink at all. It just leaves a stencil for copying purposes. We're going to leave that up there for the print black. This only has one tab behind the panel as well with the margins. This little tab here, these things fall out and get lost. This one just has one. We're going to set that right in the middle at 50. And when you hit the tab button, it just stops at that 1. I don't know if that's 50. Yeah, that is 50. That's it on the keyboard. So these are the ribbon spool covers. They just pop off like that, and they have a little notch in there that goes through that little gap. All the brand new ribbons loaded on the left, so it's pulling to the right. Counterclockwise, if you want to switch that direction on the right side. On either side, you just push in to the opposite side you want it to pull to. So I just pushed it in, so now it should pull to the left clockwise, and it works good. But we want it to pull to this side because all that ribbon's on that side. It does have an automatic ribbon reverse, so we're just going to push that in for now. But if you want to switch it, that's how you do it. On the right side of the carriage is the carriage lock right here. So you flip it forward, it releases the carriage and then locks in the middle. To keep it locked, you do have to push in the knob. So I guess you can't see that. Okay. So there's this little lever. Okay, it's not locked right now. It's this little lever right here. You flip that forward and it releases the carriage and locks in the middle, but it'll unlock unless you push in the knob too. So now it's locked. To unlock it, you just pull that knob back out like that and it unlocks it. Carriage release behind each knob. Very nice and smooth. And this is the left carriage release. Nice. If you push in the button here, it disables the spacing so you can get to an exact spot on the page. You let it go, you get the clicks. Each one of those clicks is one space. And that's it. Now available on eBay or Etsy. Search Brooksaw Antiques.